Former President Donald Trump speaking out overnight after arriving in Milwaukee for the Republican National Convention.
Take a look at what happened.
Just 24 hours after his attempted assassination by a gunman at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania. The former president discussing what he called a very surreal experience with the New York Post, saying, "I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be dead." Earlier in the night, President Biden addressing the nation from the Oval Office, urging all Americans to reject political violence.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence, for any violence ever. Period. No exceptions.
Footage and first-hand accounts of the shooting show an apparent breakdown in security leading up to the attempt on Mr. Trump's life.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look.
This new video emerging of the shooter earlier in the rally.
Criminals. We have criminals.
The crowd reacting as they see the shooter crawling on the roof just outside of a protected perimeter some 150 yards from the former president. It's right there in that brown building where that would-be assassin climbed up on the rooftop and took his position. Valerie Fennell, who was standing just below, shared these photos. She says the lack of security she saw surprised her, pointing to this gate secured by zip ties.
No, there was no security on this side at all.
Are you shocked you're this close to the president that there was no security?
I kept asking her.
Thinking about it now, yes.
Authorities say the gunman fired multiple shots before he was killed by a Secret Service counter-sniper team. The shooter identified by the FBI as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. The FBI has not identified a motive. Investigators say they have no indication Crooks had any mental health issues. Previously unknown to law enforcement, the 20-year-old was a registered Republican who, according to campaign finance reports, donated $15 to a Democratic group 3 years ago. Former classmate Jason Kohler describes the 20-year-old as a loner who was regularly bullied for wearing hunting gear and a surgical mask to class.
He would sit alone at lunch. I mean, he was just an outcast.
The shooting claimed the life of 50-year-old firefighter Corey Compentor, who died shielding his wife and daughter from the gunfire.
Corey died a hero.
2 others were also shot and are in stable condition. 57-year-old David Dutch and 74-year-old James Koppenhaver. Melody Hook was sitting with her children behind Mr. Trump when the shooting started.
What can we learn or take away from this, do you think?
We need to be praying. We need to be praying for our country and our children, and hold your kids close.
Right now, the FBI believes that the shooter did act alone. As for those victims, foundations have been set up to help with fundraising to cover their costs, and former President Trump has indicated he hopes to personally reach out to them and offer his condolences. Savannah?
All right, Tom, thank you very much.